So first to our beautiful Ferrari 400e. Spent quite some time with dry ice cleaning and also a bit of detailing by hand. Welcome to a new video, and we have a very exciting video for you coming up. A very interesting subject, which is two 12s and Ferraris, and we're going to treat our first Chinese car. And I'm going to let you know what I think of this Chinese creation. So let's go. So first to our beautiful Ferrari 400e. I don't know exactly which year it is. A beautiful, stunning color, especially for a Ferrari. Really amazing, very special. In case of a Ferrari, it's not red, it's not white, it's not silver. I don't know the name of the color. If you do know, put it in the comments. Beautiful car, but it's about a 12 cylinder underneath this engine cover, which we are going to dry ice clean and clean because it is an amazing engine. And now we have to make sure it will also look amazing, like a real masterpiece, because it is an absolutely cool car. Beautiful interior. Beautiful beige, original leather, and then we have the brown carpet. Look at that interior. But, oh yeah, I'm gonna show you something else. Because this week was the reveal of the new Ferrari, the electric Ferrari, which everyone hates basically, but we have basically the same steering wheel. So which one do you prefer? Do you prefer this one or this one? I will not tell you my opinion. I think everyone has the same opinion about the car. Enough videos are made about the new Ferrari Luce or Luce, I don't know how to pronounce them. For us, we're gonna now dry ice clean this beautiful engine. So let's go. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is quite funny to look at with Ferraris. They put everything with engine and they forgot, oh, we also need some wiper fluid, and let's put this plastic bag in there with a pump so that we can clean our window. So that's for the wiper water, or how do you call it. There was no space available anymore, so they decided this was the best solution. Quite funny how these Italians think. So we spent quite some time with dry ice cleaning and also a bit of detailing by hand. Not everything is dry ice, of course, but we already discussed in a few other videos. And this is the end result. Look how amazing this engine is. So, first of all, we have this beautiful leather interior in the engine bay, really from the 70s and 80s. Really, really cool. And then the 12-cylinder 4-cam engine. You see basically that we have this little cam covers up here. So one we have here and then one up there. And then you see here as well. So we have 4-cam engine with, I believe, 24 valves. And then we have these 6 beautiful rubber carburetors, which makes an absolutely amazing sound. That's really the cool part of it. And that's also why we did some dry ice cleaning, because there are so many little things that gets dirty and you can't even get this clean with your brush. It's impossible to do unless you want to take many days. With dry ice we fix this now in a few hours. And then we have the 2 oil filters up here. Yeah, first of all, we have a lot of oil in this engine, but they also mainly did that to reduce the oil pressure drop in the engine and also better filtration. So that's the reason why they had to. And just look at it. Also the Ferraris always have this wrinkle paint on it, the valve covers and also the air filters as well. Yeah, conclusion, one of my favorite looking engine ever. So a real treat to look at, an absolute masterpiece. So let's go to see another 12-cylinder Ferrari. And we have here another 12-cylinder Ferrari, the 12-cylinder Spider. In black we completely polished the car, and yeah, it was quite a lot of work, and also put a ceramic coating on it. Beautiful car, beautiful lines also in the back, only this is a bit difficult to clean because a lot of dirt will gather inside here, a lot of stones and things. But overall, I really love the car. Also from the inside, especially the seats are really amazing. Look at these carbon bucket seats, also very naked, I would say. If you look a closer look at it, let's call it naked seats. You can really see through it on all sides. Beautiful design, they also sit perfectly, so very nice. Also interior, very nice job they did actually. Also here with this car I want to show you, we have PPF at the front, previously done. Downside of PPF is actually flies that hit it, and then you get these stains. I don't know if you can see that right now with this lighting, but we actually have a lot of stains of flies that hit the bonnet, and the PPF is pretty soft. And then it will damage the PPF basically, and then you have all these things on it. We actually polished the PPF. You can polish PPF, not too crazy, but you can lightly polish PPF, and a lot of these stains we were able to get out. But yeah, unfortunately you can't really do a lot with the PPF in terms of polishing. That's a downside you have to look if you go for PPF. It's really amazing for stone chips, as you can see here. He hit a very big stone and only the PPF is now damaged. Everything has its downsides and its plus points, so that's to consider. So the PPF runs until here, and this is just paint, and we polished that all and put a ceramic coating on it. But the thing what I actually want to say is that this is a 12-cylinder as well. The last 12-cylinder, I think, at least Ferrari says, and I think it could be true with all these emission rules, it could be even the last 12-cylinder they made, at least without any hybrids or turbos or whatever. So this one has no turbos, no hybrid system, pure V12. So that's really cool. Let's see if we can maybe show you the engine bay. Let's see. And then we have to find the button for it. Let's think, where was it again? Let's see. Yep. And also was pretty cool. The bonnet opens like an old BMW or old Ferrari, like this. Look at that. The V12. And also, as we discussed in the Audi Quattro video, this is an engine, basically a mid-engine car, since here are the wheels, the suspension, and exactly there the engine starts. So a really mid-engine car, and it is all cooling or not. A V12 in the mid at the front. But so long the engine is behind the rear axle, it is basically a mid-engine. For handling, it is perfect. So we cleaned it as well, and yeah, just amazing, look at it. And this is, they say, the last V12 they ever made. So if you want a true V12, then this is probably your last chance. So our first Chinese car is now on the lift. We took off all the protection plates, and yes, it has protection plates, actually the same ones that Volkswagen Audi uses, the cloth ones that also are sound deadening. And you see from the underside, yeah, we can look together, they actually stolen a lot of bits and parts, designs of parts of different brands. So they used all the good bits of all the brands and they use it in the car. However, I mean, if you think of China, you probably think Alibaba, AliExpress, you think a lot of cheap stuff you buy today and it breaks tomorrow. And also this car is actually half the price of a normal Volkswagen Golf here in the Netherlands at least. And then you may think, can this car be any good for this kind of money? So we're gonna find out. I'm gonna show you how this car looks like from the inside. So the first thing I noticed is that the underbody was waxed with a clear wax, which is very unusual because all the new cars, whatever brand, today has no protection at all. Some have some hollow space protection, but that's it. seeing this on a Chinese car, I'm pretty impressed by it. And then we're gonna look at the complete underbody of the car. I mean, does not look bad. It does look very good, and quality-wise, very nice as well. And that's the thing. You see here underbody protection. You see the glove plates. I have to take these off. I mean, I really expect some very thin, cheap subframe, but they thought about it. It's pretty nice and pretty good. I did not really expected this. Beginning on the car, and also all the other side of protection plates are there on this side, I believe. You see here those glove plates, also all very nice quality. So honestly, until now, I didn't find a single thing where I say, yeah, that's not so great. So I hate to say, but the Chinese, they do a pretty nice job. And I think those German brands, which I like most, can start worrying, because these Chinese brands, they actually starting to build very impressive stuff. Imagining this car is basically on the same level, I would say, as a Volkswagen Golf, and this is half the price. And honestly, we're gonna look in the interior later on how that's look like. Already the bit that is waxed from the underbody already tells me everything I need to know. So we're gonna now completely wax the car with a clear wax. We have one layer now on. I'm gonna do a second layer in a minute to make sure this beautiful Chinese car will live forever. And yeah, the question was in the beginning for me, car is, I mean, a lot cheaper than German cars. But then the big question is, how does this car looks like in 5 years? How are these materials coping up? But looking at this, the quality is better than the German ones, at least on the same level, and even actually protected. So this one will be, yeah, now even more protected. But the factory, they wax it, for example, but they forgot, like on top. They only did the underside, but at least something is better than nothing. So we now protected and went the whole way and make sure this car is completely safe. If you're gonna compare it with a Volkswagen, they have no underbody wax whatsoever. So the conclusion is, I first worried how this material will cope up in maybe 5, maybe 10 years, how it will all look like. In my opinion, right now, what I see now, it will be all fine. You won't worry about that. You don't have to worry about that, because what I see now looks pretty nice. So we're going to finish this now, and together we're going to look in the interior, how the interior looks of this Chinese Leapmotor car. Leapmotors? I don't know. At least first we're going to wax it, put together, and then I will check back with you guys and to review the rest of the car. So let's go. So we're now looking at the interior of this car, and I wish I could tell you it's all and very bad quality, but actually it is not. It is actually a lot better than I had expected from a Chinese car. The quality is not bad, and when we're going to compare it with a Volkswagen, maybe even a Porsche or some other brand, German brand, this one is better. That really concerns me, honestly. I wish I could tell you something else, but this is actually the truth. I'm very surprised of the level of finish, the level of quality they produce, and they are not perfect. I find a couple of issues, but compared with the Germans, they do a better job. I think the Germans, not only the German, I think all the European manufacturers have a very, very serious problem, because so long everyone still believes Chinese cars are bad and very quality, AliExpress, Alibaba, then everything is fine. But so long that people are going to understand they're actually better off buying a Chinese car, then we Europeans have a serious, serious problem. So I hope these manufacturers will wake up. I think they already saw this happening as well. So I hope they're going to turn it around, because many customers ask me sometimes when they're going to buy a new car what I think. I advise them to not buy the new one and just stay driving in the old one, because the old one is better, especially from the inside, from the plastics and leather and the build quality. And that's where we're going. And also going back to the whole sustainable green environment thing, is actually non-existing, because the manufacturers build cars to break down. They don't even protect them. The Chinese actually do a little bit more effort and try to actually protect the underbody, so that the car will live a lot longer. The Germans don't do that. So that really, really concerns me. And that's all set with the sustainable thing, because we all talk about it. The governments do only talk about it. They make a lot of rules about it, but at the end they just can throw the whole rules in the garbage, because it does not make any sense when we build cars that we have to throw away. Then at least build cars that hold on. forever. Then I can get the whole sustainable thing. But now there's nothing truth about it. So that's said about Chinese cars and the environment. I'm going back to my classic cars and the thing I really know things about. That's just my opinion. I wish I could tell you Chinese cars are bad, but they are not. And I hope something's going to change. We are now going back to our projects and that's said about these beautiful Chinese cars. So guys, I'm done for today. I hope you liked this video and see you next week for even more cool classic cars coming up. A lot of projects as well. Thank you for watching. See you. Goodbye.